That's talking about what they did of old to the prophets. You know, the Israel killing the prophets, man, the Lord's people, chosen men, and ultimately with Yahweh Shai, man, and the disciples, they were doing the same thing, man. All right, just because you ain't physically killing us, but spiritually you're trying to kill us, man. All right, false accusations, bearing false witness, even if it's true. All right, it's true. The Lord's gonna deal with it, but you continue and continue, and you don't let it go. You're starting to do some wicked things with that, man. All right. It says, and the remnant took his servants and entreated them despitefully and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth. Right. So the Lord is mad right now, man. All right. Even though it's his program, this is what he's orchestrated. He's mad, man. He's coming back to destroy you. The 2/3 scoffers, you mockers, you guys that fell out of the truth. All right. And he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their cities. Right, so he's just going to destroy you murderers, man. Like I said, just because you ain't killing us with the knife, you know, physically killing us, but spiritually you're trying to murder us, man. You're leading other people astray, your own people astray, but you're going to be held accountable for that. Just because they're a 2/3, but you're bearing false witness, you're telling them lie, being presumptuous. Hey, the Lord still sees you as a murderer, man. This is 1 John 3:11. For this is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Right? Not as Cain. Especially the household of faith, man. You're still calling on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You still believe that the Lashawan Kadash Paleo-Hebrew is a true, pure language, which was taught to you by who, man? Come on, man. Supposed to show love. Yeah, rebuke is love, you know, but there's a way of going about it, you know. For this is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil and his brother's righteous. Right, so somebody is being Cain and Abel, man. You know? But that's where you gotta examine the thing, man. You know? Hear the matter, the conclusion, then rebuke. Then open your mouth. Not just sit back and just be quiet. It says, marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you. Right, so it ain't no amazement to us that the world hates us, man. That I'm talking about, like, I ain't talking about these average people out here. I'm talking about the brothers that are once in the truth. You know, that heard it, that were you know, eating with us or things of that nature. You brothers out there that are experiencing it, you know, y'all ain't marveling in it. But hey, man, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna continue to happen. All right. It says, we know that we have passed from death unto life. Right. Like I said, we know the spirit of error and truth, man. You know? We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren. Right. And how do you show that you love the brethren, man? You go out into the highways and the hedges and you're edifying, man. Which means to build up. We have to build each other up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to our people, man. The Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Why? Because we've been given lies throughout all these years, man. 400 or 500 years here in America, been fed lies, man. So we have to build each other up. That's what the word edify means. It's to build up. All right, goes back to the Spanish word edificico. All right, to build up, man. Here in America, they ain't building nobody up. They're building up. All they build up is people to commit extortion, lies, thieves, liars, adulterers, adulteresses. That's all America does, man. But to the elect, to the men and women that are out there, that's who I'm calling out to, man. The elect. Okay? It says, Slakia. Yeah, it says, he that loveth not his brother abideth in death, man. Right, so if you ain't edifying your brother, because it's not just always about pulling shit on your brother and things of that nature. It's about just edifying them, man. Like I said, edification, man. To build them up. Build them up in the spirit. Okay? Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. So you don't have to physically stab me to show me that you're a murderer. Just by you lying to me. Just by you being against me. Bearing false witness, being presumptuous. You're a murderer, man. In the Lord's eyes, man. And I believe it. I see it, man. You know? I've been in the world and I've been around a bunch of niggas that want to shake my hand and be like, hey, man, what's going on, bro? This, that, and the third. But go over here trying to holler at my female, man. Trying to sleep with her. Breaking into my house whenever I'm not at the house. I know how you niggas run, man. You know? It says, whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, man. And how do you hate your brother, man? By not edifying him, exhorting him. There's only so much you can do at the end, though. Don't get me wrong. There's only so much you can exhort one. Until then, you got to leave it up to the Lord, man. You got to leave it up to the Lord to correct that man. Because we as men, towards another man, we can't force nobody to do anything, man. It's like this whole thing that's going on with the brother Rakal, Elder Rakal's jacket. Hey, man, if it happened, the Lord's gonna do what He has to do. You know, He obviously repented because He's still out there doing the work. So why people still holding up against that, man? And I understand that because to Elder Rakal, man, they in reality they hate you, man. It's just like when me here being in my own city, they hold all kinds of shit against me, man. They hold all kinds of things against me. No matter how much I try to be soft-spoken, saying thank you, good morning, you know, that's not enough, man, because they already have a preconceived mentality against individuals like us, man. You know, but fuck them, man. You know, they're gonna receive theirs, man. You know, because we ain't coming in a certain vibe where it's gonna meet with their vibe to where it's like, oh shit, you know, I like this brother. No, man, it's not about whether you like or not. It's about the truth. It's about what the message is being pushed out. It's like these people, I don't understand, whether like that do know about the Hebrew Israelites. They may not know the individual camps' names, but they're always like, well, yeah, I've seen y'all and this, that. But y'all, all y'all do is yell at people. Are you listening to the message, man? Are you understanding why these men are mad? You know, these people out here, man, they're retarded, man. You know, sometimes you just need to listen to what they're trying to convey instead of just listening to what you want. What's the whole message? You know, ask questions. You know, it's like the other day or last week, a guy came up asking me, you know, about that. And I backed up my brothers. I backed up the brothers of GMS. Because yeah, we jump on people's ass. Yeah, we'll cuss people out. And I always stood in their defense. You know, he talked to me right, talked to him right. But I did let him know. I was like, now, you know, if you come up here being disrespectful, there's a good chance that you're gonna get your ass cussed out or spoken to a way that you don't want to be spoken to. He understood that, and that's why he kept kept himself where he was at, and I kept myself where I was at in our spirit, and everything was okay. But he received, whether he received it or not, he heard it. You know, and at the end of the conversation, he was like, well, I guess it's going to end in bloodshed. I was like, yeah, it is. Because there's no other way, man. Death is inevitable, man. You know? Death is inevitable in this time, man. Destruction, we're seeing it day and night. You know? No matter what part of the globe you're on, there's death everywhere. Okay? It says, 1 Timothy 3:15, whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. Right? They don't have eternal life abiding in him. Why? Because the spirit is the spirit of wisdom from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's above is as a flowing river. It's not just speaking one thing all the time about this man or that man. That there's no, you ain't speaking about faith, you ain't speaking about salvation, you ain't speaking about grace, you ain't speaking about the Edomites, you ain't speaking about your real enemies. You know, you ain't even speaking about your own self. Like as far as the body, how our own selves are detrimental to our salvation. But you know, just constantly poking at an individual man. This man, that man, this man, that man. Come on, man. Fuck them. That's how I see y'all. I don't care about, I'm care about drawing in the elect. Getting my point across to the brother that's watching it. You know? If it's a guy that's following GOCC, get out from there. If a guy's watching me that's following IESUPK, get away from there, man. Or House of David, get away from there, man. Don't listen to everything that these people are saying about the elders of GMS. We all have faults, you know. We're still in these bodies, man. You know, we're still gonna get pissed off. I mean, that's just part of it, man. It's like Elijah, man. Elijah, right? That's his name in the Hebrew, the Elishawan Kadash. Elijah, which means that the Most High is the power, man. So he was of austerity, man. The prophet Elijah. You know, you read that in second Samuel chapter 1. Even Yahushua was an austere power, man. But anyways, I'm bringing about Elijah, where he was sitting upon a hill, and certain men came up, you know, demanding this, demanding that. He was like, man, hey, man, he called out fire from heaven and devoured them. You know? And until somebody, the other 50 and the captain came and they humbled themselves, then they found mercy. You see? Now you guys out there, man, you ain't, that's what y'all's problem is, man. Is that you're being proud, man. You're being presumptuous and being led by your own spirit or by a demon, man. You ain't being circumspect, man. Because it's dangerous grounds whenever you're fucking around. You want to fuck around and talk shit about another brother. You know? You got to keep it between you and him. And if you do speak to another brother about it, you got to keep it at a minimum, man. You don't want to be going rash on the brother and just trying to devour him. You know? But at the end of the day, man, you know, those guys that are not right with the Lord, man, the Lord's going to get you out. And it's going to show forth on how you were towards the brothers, man. All right? Going back to Matthew 22, verse 8. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Right, so those that were bidden, that are falling out, they weren't worthy, so we still have to go out and push this word. You know, like I was saying earlier, yeah, you can have a bunch of brothers in GMS, but then out of nowhere, the Lord takes out a lot of them, but then replaces them with double. All right? It says, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found. Right? He didn't say go out in there and call out other brothers' sins and things like that, man. He said go out there and bid those into the marriage, man, to the wedding. It says, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. Right. So that's our job, man, to go and to bid those, man, the elect. Not to sit up here, play a judge, and call everybody or individual man's sins out. We all mess up, man. We all fall. The righteous man falleth 7 times and rises up again, man. Let it go already. It's like becoming a goddamn child's game already. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's annoying to me because that's how I see kids. They're just, like I'm trying to sit down, I'm watching TV or reading or doing something, trying to relax. Then I hear in the background, kids nitpicking at each other. Nitpicking is constant. I keep trying to be like, you know what, they'll stop. No, it keeps going on. What happens? I get up and I raise my voice at them to where they're looking at me with great fear. You know? That's what's becoming of all this thing, man. The Lord say to go out there and point out each other's sins, and you know, the Lord even says that whoever's without sin cast the first stone. Yeah, we're supposed to bring out certain indicators of wickedness. That's why we say if the shoe fits, then wear it. If it don't, then hey, it don't apply to you. You see, there's a difference, man. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 7. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord power, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests. Right, and that's what we're doing, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we're trying to bid the guests. All right, and that's what we're trying to prepare that, man, because the Lord's about to return, man. With all the angels, the chariots, what they ignorantly call UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Because Esau knows about the angels of the Lord, man. They know that those well, we call them IFOs because they've been identified. The Bible speaks about them, man. All right, he knows about them with the satellites that got up there, the NASA, all that shit. That's just programmed to try to find out when the Lord's coming back. Because he's gonna try to fight against the Lord when he comes back, man. All right, but our job is to enlighten those, man, to the elect, not to just to everybody. I ain't gonna cast my Jews and my pearls to swine and dogs, man. See? And the whole thing of nitpicking and calling out brothers' sins, that's unprofitable. Because we all know we're sinners. Even these average people out here that don't know the breakdowns, they know about sinners, they know about sin. What? Where's the edification? You know? Brother messes up, he has to get it right. And every camp deals with their own individual brother, and they're going to get it right. And if not, the Lord's going to do his own work. This is verse Zephaniah 1 and 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. Right, and that's what time we're coming into, man, because these guys that have the strange apparel, man, they don't got the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They have a different spirit covering, a different shadow. That's where they seek to shelter in the shadow of demonic presences, things of that nature, man. You know? Let me go ahead and get that one in Isaiah chapter 30 and 1. That's why it's important, man, we keep the spirit, man, because without it, man, we're done, man. We're lost. You know? And in the Lord's will, you know, brothers, we know that some of us are going to be martyrs and things of that nature. But we want to know that with our own selves, our own minds, that we did all that we could. You know, we don't want to have no regrets, man. You see? Because if you have regrets, it's going to be it's going to be difficult to accept that sentence, man, when the day comes. Okay? Because when the Lord was on the scene, he said that they don't have no cloak to cover their sins. A lot of these people, they're walking around butt naked, man, because they don't have any cloak. And that's talking about the Lord's Spirit, man. By rehearsing the righteous acts, getting the breakdowns, being in tune with the Spirit. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, right, the rebellious sons of Yasha'alu, that take counsel but not of me, and cover what they covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right, so they got a different spirit on, strange apparel, man. That's not of the Lord. So the Lord ain't gonna see you as that guest that's bid to come into the supper of the marriage. There's another parable. I think it's in Matthew 25 where he says, like, how did you come in? You don't have the wedding garment. Can't remember where that one is, but basically he says, like, you know, he was, where's thy garment? You know, who that let you in? And they bound him up and threw him out. You know, so you gotta know what spirit you have on you, man, by through examination. It says, Isaiah 30:2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right, to trust themselves in the shadow of Egypt, man. Right, and the word Egypt means the house of bondage. Mizraim, it's a house of bondage, and how are they in bondage mentally, man, with these demonic entities and things of that nature. The different philosophies, you know. This is Hosea. This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 12. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them. Right, so they're going to ask counsel through all these different avenues, man. Through idols, you know, through money, and their answer may be through money. These different religions, you know, things of that nature. It says, my people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them. For the spirit of whoredoms has caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their power. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains, and burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Right, so that's their shadow, man. They see that Egypt is good, that that's where they find their strength and their hope. You know, that's the spirit that they have on them, man. And they're not going to be invited into the marriage supper, nor are they going to be able to come into it. Because if they do try to come in, the Lord's going to seek them out and get them out. Okay, because they don't have that apparel. You know, they don't have that fine linen, which is of righteousness, the laws, statutes, commandments, the breakdowns that we're taught from our elders, man. Elder Tahar all the way down, the Gabar, Abba Vivens, so forth and so on. It says, because the shadow thereof is good, therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. That's why we're in the condition that we're in, man. Our women commit adultery, you know, and men are get all butthurt because their wife is caught sleeping with another man. Hey, it's because you rebelled against the Heavenly Father's commandments, man. You see? That's why you believe in every idol. You pray to Santa Guadalupe, Maria, Santa Muerte. You believe in the white baby Jesus, that the angels are floating around in heaven butt naked with baby wings, because you failed to come to the true understanding of the scriptures, man. That the shadow of America is y'all's trust, man. The shadow of Egypt is the house of bondage, man. America is a house of bondage, man. Okay? And that's a strange apparel. That's a strange apparel that the Lord ain't with. It says Hosea 4:14, I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery. For themselves are separated with whores, they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that does not understand shall fall. Right, so you're gonna fall. Just because the Lord ain't making a speedy riddance upon you doesn't mean that the Lord ain't gonna catch up to you, because He is, man. Okay, go ahead and get that script. This is Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Right. So, hey, man, y'all shadow and y'all spirit that y'all have covering you is of this world and is of Satan, man. All right. And it's not of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now, you know, but like I said, the day of the Lord's judgment is at hand, man. The time of Jacob's trouble is here, and any time we can fall victim, man, to it, you know, and we gotta pray and hope that we don't. And how do you do that, man? It's showing your works, man, being sincere, and you know, praying, you know, and getting right with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, doing the work. Okay. This is I'm gonna continue to read down Ecclesiastes 8:12 and close it up. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not the Most High. He feareth not before the Most High. See? So that's what it's going to be exactly, man. Just a shadow. It ain't something fake, artificial. It ain't a real spirit that's covering you to protect you. You know? The Lord's going to do with you. He's going to deal with you. There is a, but that, yeah, that's it on there. Let me go ahead and bring out one more. This is James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Okay? So, you got to get in the right spirit, man. You got to come into this truth, man. This world, this is the world of doctrines, all right, with teachings and parables and things of that nature that are able to save your souls, man. This is James. This is James chapter 1, verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. This word is the only thing that's going to be able to save your soul, man. All right? Not your cigarettes, not your medications, not your hospitals, not your 401k. All right? Not your own narcissistic mind way of thinking. Not your vain opinions. Not your guns. Not your underground bunker. All right? That's not going to save you, man, from the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? So basically, one more and I'll close it up. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad. Right, so, hey, man, the Lord's going to judge, man. As far as like cast judgment, things of that nature, we're just speaking it, and that's it, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that. I want to say, give double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work, sincerity, and truth. All right, death to America, death to you 2/3 Negro, Latino, the Native American Indians. All right, that don't want to get right. Until next time, man, I want to say shalom.